Magia 1 is ready, but we have a BRB in Magia 2. Well, alright, that's okay. And they're back. Excellent. Now, Magia groups are ready, we can jump down. Drop down from the ledge. Here's our first big enemy. Let Fate grab aggro and then attack. We will have a little amount of enemies to face here. Oh,
dead.
Excellent use of Death L. The use of Refresh L in these hallways is encouraged. As a side note, please do not attack enemies until you have confirmed that aggro has been established by the main tank, and avoid every single AoE that you see. Assume that anything in here can kill you. Kill the Porogo quickly enough, it can hit pretty hard. And
it's dead.
Is it if it's Australia? Is it Australia? Well, it is kind of Australia-like. Now, Biblos. These are very hard-hitting mobs. Do not stand in front of them or behind them. Always stay on the stairs to their sides. Never be in front with the tank. Do not be in front with the tank. They swipe. When an AoE shows up, avoid it. Do not go where the head used to be. It will turn around and face the tank again. Stay on the stairs. Stay on the stairs. Well done.
I kind of got spooked. I didn't realize someone stunned it.
Next Biblos.
I thought I was going to get a snapshot.
Do not be in front of it.
Could have used my fucking thing. Whatever.
Yes, excellent. Usually they are stunned, but you cannot ever rely on that. So always be sure to avoid the AoEs you see.
Here we go. I think this is the first boss here.
And here we have come upon Owain. If you do not see Owain, you are in the wrong voice channel. Please drop down to Logo's channel if you see Art. Owain is the first boss that we on this side will face in this most excellent of raids. And now I shall queue up for us a bot of explanations. Be sure to listen to it very attentively.
The boss you see in front of you is called Owain. If you do not see Owain, please join the other voice channel for correct callouts and explanations. He will start the fight with Dry Skull, a tank buster. His main raid-wide damage attack is called a Kalam no Senorak, and he'll be doing this attack very often. You can use your shields and Eurekan potions on cooldown to help mitigate the damage. Using Magia Auto in this fight is pretty important, since he is often changing his element from ice to fire and the other way around, by using an attack called Elemental Shift. Healers, don't forget to pop refresh if the fight lasts a little longer. He will be summoning spears on the edges of the arena by using Mythcall attack. Some of these spears will be in ice element and some in fire. So when he changes his element, we need to run to any spear of the opposite element as he casts elemental magics. So if Owain is fire, we run to ice. If he is ice, we run to fire. There will be small triangles cast on random players when he does Spirit Cool. If you get one, stack with the other red triangles in the middle. If you have an AoE around you, spread on the edges. There will be a proximity marker we have to move away from, and it is best everyone runs north so people with small AoEs can run to east or west. He will die when his brother Art also reaches 0%.
Okay, seems easy.
And that was the Magia bot for Owain. So, if there are any questions to be asked, now is the perfect time to do so. Don't be afraid. Any question you have, we will do our best to answer. Ask them in party chats, so your party leaders can pass them on, or in Yell chat, so we can see them already. If there are no questions, I shall double check with Artside that everyone has arrived. Alright, we are getting confirmations. Let us all do our own ready checks. And soon we shall coordinate the countdown for engagement. The countdown will be in Yell chat. Alright, countdown starting soon. 20 seconds countdown. When it hits 4 seconds, ranged and casted DPS can limit break. Countdown starting.
4 seconds, okay.
Five. Limit break. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Here we go. He will start off with a tank buster, so tanks, be ready. And there is Tri-Skull. Excellent. Next will be a read-wide damage. AoE. Shield healers can pre-shield. Be ready. Pop Eurekan potions to help your healers. And here it comes. Awesome. Now, he will summon spears next, and then change his element. We are now waiting for that. Here come the spears. Spears are up. He is changing his element. He is in ice. We go to a fire spear. Go to a fire spear. Stay for a bit. Go back to him. Go back to the boss. Will be another tank buster and another raid wide.
Zombies dying quick.
Tank buster, then raid wide immediately. Well, almost immediately. Healers be ready. Here it comes. Awesome. Now, he will change his element again. It will be the opposite element of what he was. So he will go to fire. We will go to ice spears. Go to ice spears, go to ice spears.
How's it get like a
Go to ice now. Now. Excellent. Back to him.
He's dead, easy.
And another track buster incoming. Alright, hopefully we won't see any more mechanics. And excellently done.
Woohoo, we did it.
I had a last fight. Apologies for that. Awesome work. No casualties. Perfectly done. Now, go up these stairs, but do not go over them. There is a trap ahead, and I am the designated trapper for Magia's side, so I will be finding the trap for us that we might not accidentally step into it. Wait until the trap is found. There it is. Go around the trap. Be careful. Hold up. Hold on. There's a ghost passing by. Alright, safe enough now. Stick to the left side, hug the left wall. There are 4 traps in this room, around the edges. There's a treasure chest. It is personal loot for killing Owain and not. Be sure to grab it. And here return the logos groups.
Oh, Eureka fragments, nice.
Logos group steadily returning.
And we are coming back.
P.
Alright, the centaur has been pulled. When he casts Berserk, that needs to be slept.
He already cast it.
He did, but yeah, good job.
I accidentally stole aggro for a bit, apologies.
Yeah, okay.
Ah yeah, SS shall take over all callouts from this point on.
Alright, Sprite has gone left. Faith has picked, no, somebody else has picked it up. Please do tank. Yeah. Okay. Please interrupt this. Okay, Kalka needs to be turned away from the group. Maybe we should move to a different
deft.
corner. Come to the corner on the other side because this trap is really close to us, so I don't want anybody to trigger it. Please come here. Yep, the centaur has been pulled. Berserk, sleep it. Yep, good job. If you're a refresh healer, make sure that you do use your refresh on cooldown in these kinds of hallways.
Still traps in the room, careful.
There is.
Right, if these guys target you with some AoEs, please move. They will one-shot you. Move, 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 move. The ghost is undead, it shouldn't touch you if you don't touch it, or if your HP is low. Also, if you have Death Ale, don't use it on the ghost, it's undead, so it won't work. Alright, now we're going to get to the boss room. We will put some markers down, that very important. And then we start the explanations. Again, we have German explanations in German class. If you need them, just go to German class now. If you want the English ones, or just, yeah, stay here. Just give me a second to put the markers. Okay. Explanation starting now. Raiden starts the fight with a raid-wide AoE called Spirits of the Fallen. Again, using Eurekan potions and pre-casting shields will be really useful in this fight. He follows this with Shingen, a tank buster. Thunder Call simply makes the edges of the arena unsafe. He then does Ame no Sakahoko, a large AoE that we need to move away from, and we're moving back towards the C marker, just to be out of the red AoE. After that, we will go inside his hitbox, because he will cast a Whirling Zantetsuken, a large donut AoE. Soon after, he will leave the arena and reappear at either B or D marker. This mechanic is his most important combo, as it is the one that kills most people, so listen closely. We will stack close together into the middle, because he will put several AoEs on random people, and since we're stacked, they will all appear in the middle. We will call out if the boss is on B or D, and I suggest you turn your camera towards him. So as soon as you see red under us, run towards him and don't hesitate. Soon after that, he will point his sword to his left or right, marking one side of the arena unsafe. The side without his sword is safe, and we will call out that side. It will always be either towards A or C, so keep in mind where those markers are. Generally, we will call out the side once you're already running out towards him, so just slightly adjust to either your left or right, away from the sword. Lancing bolts are 6 AoEs on random people that need to be spread out on the edges of the arena, and then we will kill the adds that appear. He will then do a raid wide and a booming lament, which is a sneaky puddle that we need to move away from. He will then cast his first Exa flares, called Cloud to Ground, for which we will simply call out the safe spot. Some people will then get tethered with some barbs, and you have to simply run away from each other to break them, by carefully avoiding the exoflares and AoEs. Okay. That's the explanations. Here, one mechanic that usually kills people, if anything, is lateral Zantetsuken, so I will just really quickly reiterate what needs to happen there. Alex, are you here? Do you want to be my Raiden? Because you're shiny and big and you're visible. Alright, so you can look at the back. I'm standing here. You can pretend that this is the middle of the arena where the marker 1 is. And Alex is Raiden. He's on D marker at the moment, right? So during this mechanic, we will all go into the middle and stick together as a group here. Why we are doing that is because we are baiting the AoEs into the middle. If you move too fast before the AoE spawn, you might put a random circle somewhere close to us, and that's gonna be really bad to move. So don't move too quickly. When you see red under you, you want to move towards Raiden, right? I will call out if he's on D like a dungeon or B like a battle, and I'm saying that because I want you to turn your camera towards Raiden, right? I want you to look at Raiden, and then when you see red under you, you run towards Raiden. He will also then use his spear, his sword, I mean, to like put it on one side, and that side of the arena is going to be unsafe. In this case, Alex's axe is pointing towards A, towards the north, so that side is unsafe. And in that case, you just go left into the safe spot. I will call all this out. I will basically say, Raiden is on B, look at him, go now, and then go left A, for example, right? It's gonna happen a bit quickly, but the safest way to do this is just to run towards him, because then you also see him, and just remember that his sword side is not safe, so you go to the opposite one, and that's it. And yeah. Any questions other than this? Not that anybody asked this, but yeah. Right. It seems like everyone is also back. Why do we have 47 people in Magia main? I'm worried. Alright, let's do some ready checks.
I don't know why, but when I hear ready check, I automatically start typing it in.
Same as with the previous boss, if you are a ranged DPS, you can use caster or ranged limit break at -4 during the countdown. Okay, Logos 1 radio, so all of the groups are ready. I'm going to start the countdown soon. 20 seconds. This boss will start with the raid wide, so you can apply shields ahead of time. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, limit break, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Alright, so as I said, he starts with the raid wide, so make sure that you pop some shields up. You can also use your Eurekan potions. Okay, heal up. Now there will be a tank buster, and for the next 20 or so seconds we can just stay here and keep DPSing. Don't panic, just keep DPSing. He will soon make the edges of the arena unsafe. And then some 10 seconds after that we'll start moving towards the back of the arena. You can still keep DPSing, Okay, now move towards the back of the arena. As long as you're out of red, you're gonna be fine. Out of red, you're fine.
Oh, that's big.
Stay here, go into his hitbox, under the boss, into his hitbox. Okay, now we're gonna go into the middle. Middle. Stack close together as a group, stack close together. He is on D like a dungeon, look at him. And we are going to go towards left C. C left. If you died and procced, please pop remember back up if possible. If not, then just wait until the end of the fight when we will be raising people. Pop shields up, there's raid wide.
That's actually tragic.
Now some people are going to get marked with some markers. If you have a marker, put them away from the group and away from each other. Everybody else stay in the middle. So yeah, markers away from the group, away from each other. Everybody else stay in the middle. This is a small DPS check. We're going to need to kill these nails. Lightnings, kill the lightnings. Make sure that you are all in offensive in Earth Element. If you are not in Magia Auto yet, please do so now or after this, but be in Earth Element. This is Raid White. After the Raid White, we're gonna have to move. There will be a small puddle under us. Move, move, move. Okay, now you can heal up in safety. There will be some exaflares. We'll tell you where to move as a group. It's on C. Go back behind us. Go towards C and then go to the left where the first exaflares went. There will be some barbs. If you get tethered to a player, you need to break them. Move away from these AoEs. And stay close to him because, yeah, that's good. He's dead. Okay, so we have one casualty. If you are a healer who wants to use a sacrifice, please communicate that in Yell chat before you pop it, so you don't pop too many sacrifices. If you are not a healer with a sacrifice, go to B. There is a treasure coffer you can take. It's individual loot, so please make sure that you take your treasure coffer.
One close.
Okay, yes. And for anybody else, stay on the stairs. There are traps in the next room, so don't go further.
What does this do?
Alright, everybody's up. Make sure that you pop your remembered back up if you died, whether it's from a sacrifice or not. Alright, everybody still stay here on the stairs. We have a delivery service happening with a tank. Focus the Arsenal fan. We don't like football fans here. Focus the Arsenal fan. It hurts more, that's why. If you are
way too hard at that.
refresh duty, please use refresh on cooldown in these kinds of hallways.
Shit. Smell burning, and I hope it's from my house. Oh god. Okay, let's continue. Galka will be turned away from the group, probably dead very quickly as well. Everything did go kind of smoothly so far, and that's scaring me, not gonna lie. But I hope that means that you all did prepare a little bit, at least.
Have faith.
Need to be positive.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Isn't there a trap there?
Look,
Yeah.
there is a trap, right? Yeah. Okay, great job finding it. There is a treasure coffer behind the trap. Please make sure that you pick it up. Don't touch the trap though. Gonna hurt many people. Okay, so for the next hallway, dancers and white mages, please be very careful. Don't use a size or a dance. Don't use dances because you will probably get something, like target something from the rooms that are closed, so don't do it. Yeah, dance to death. The logos is undead, so it won't touch you unless you touch it, or if your HP is very low, so please don't touch it. We're killing Sprite first. They aggro by magic, so they are more dangerous. And the logos will also turn around. Yep. Okay, interrupt him.
Almost done, that works.
Okay, logos next.
Treasure coffer and light.
Enlightening? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, there will be another sprite, so don't touch the logos yet. After we kill these two mobs, we're gonna go to lightning room. So, for those that are new, currently we have to find two things. One we already seen, that's a trap, that's a treasure coffer. And the second thing, we have to find a portal that leads us to the next part of the castle, where we will actually be able to continue
spawn support phase, which will allow us to kill the third boss. The portal is hidden, so our trappers are working on it. Let's go to lightning room. Everybody needs to stay outside. The tank will be actually bringing enemies outside, and if you see any AoEs, you need to make sure that they absolutely move away from them, because they will one-shot you, even if you're a host like myself with full elemental gear and 7 magicite and 2 years of experience. If you get hit by an AoE, you die. Trust.
Trap is somewhere near the entrance.
Be careful.
There's still 2 mobs inside.
Yeah. Just taking a peek.
There is one trap in this room, so if you can feel anything else, it's probably a portal or a trap from another room. Alright, that's it. Let's go to the
There's a trap.
treasure coffer. Oh, and there's a
Portal
portal.
found.
Portal. Yeah, there was still something here.
Okay.
Where's the go from? Oh.
Mm. Okay. There's a treasure coffer on the right side.
King, so many local grabs.
Nothing close by. Entrance should be safe. I sense something from here.
Yeah, something on the right side. There it is.
Trap found.
The Porogos still continue to be very fashionable.
Yeah.
But also deadly.
The what?
The Porogos.
Ah, bro.
I'm just being a bit silent
Yeah,
so as to
fancy
not interrupt the
hats.
mood.
Just look at the heads, it's so shiny.
Indeed. Very fashionable.
Alright. We kill these 2 ghosts and then we will spawn the support fate. We have 6 little rooms to deal with, and then after that we're gonna have just a little hallway to sort out and then actual break. So for anyone who's maybe wondering how long is this lasting, why can I not go to like a bathroom break or something, yeah, you will have enough time for a bathroom break soon. Okay, so party leaders will also be like putting markers in front of their rooms, but generally Magia groups are north, Logos groups are south, from left to right, 1, 2, 3. So you can go to your room now. Now this is where all of the tanks, so not the blue DPS, but the actual tanks assigned for the groups, need their tank stance on. And also you need to be in defensive Magia Auto. You can still stay in Martialist, but you absolutely have to be in defensive. So you should have your little shield on your Magia wheel if you're a tank. So please do that.
Oh,
The group can enter the room. If there is a nasty trap, the tank can eat it with an invulnerability. Just if you're a Dark Knight, make sure that you ask your healer to be ready to heal you up if you go Walking Dead. So yeah. All right. Let's see first if everybody is ready. Thank you for linking it. All right. If your group is ready and all inside, tank can go into the portal. So 2 ads will spawn in every room. Tank needs to grab aggro on both ads. People need to target them down. In rooms where you have Kalkas and Brinas, make sure that you stay very close to them or super far, but close is safer. They do large konos and the donuts, and it will be easier to avoid if you're close. Also make sure that you heal your tank and that you kind of target one and then the other. If you have Death L, this is a good time to use it.
Lotus 2 ready.
Nice.
It smells like Deathlands Bros.
Yeah.
Owl mist.
After you are ready, tanks should go to offensive Magia Auto again. You drop your tank stances. The next boss has a conal tank buster, so you don't want to accidentally grab aggro and put the cone on everybody.
where's the boss?
Alright, so we will now do just one short little hallway and then we're gonna have about 5-minute break. It's really 5 minutes and then explanation, so it's like plenty of time for a little break, but just make sure that you do only use 5 minutes to actually be AFK because you don't want to get kicked and you also want to hear explanations and any questions and such. So yeah. Let me just pop a schedule for people. Alright, so yeah, this is the last hallway before we have a little break. Also the last hallway where refresh is really needed. When we get to the end of the hallway, you're gonna want to go into Ice Element, and then your healer can use Refresh one last time if they brought something else. Yes, you can go back to the room before if you missed the chest. It's supposed to be here in lightning. If you can't see it, then you took it.
Sleep the berserk. Please sleep the berserk. Thank you.
Slap.
No, it's fine, it's fine. I was too focused on the chest thingy. Alright, this is it. Please don't go into the actual arena. Stay here on the side. We're gonna be reapplying shell a bit later, so it's best to just kind of be here on the side so we can more easily see who needs it still. So yeah, 5-minute break. Please be back on time, and I'll see you then for explanations.
If you apply shell now, it's gonna be like 10 minutes wasted off of shells one time. I would wait until everyone's ready.
Alright, now I'm back. Okay, so before we're going to a little bit more difficult bosses, how are you guys enjoying BA so far?
I
Yeah,
prefer
yeah,
DR over it.
Alex, what? Kidding.
What have I missed?
Alex being a troll. Oh, thank you, thank you.
Where are
There's-
these damn markup pictures?
Right above the voice channel in maps and markers.
Never mind.
Okay, the tour guide. Well, I hope that you are are enjoying it. I see that some people are a bit scared or nervous, and it's completely okay, of course, but it's not really difficult. Like, yes, these two bosses are a bit more punishing that we're gonna face now, but they're still not very difficult in terms of mechanics. It's just a bit of a punishing, fight in terms of if you die, there's sometimes even not a chance to get back up, but this is why we do this in a way where it's really guided, and the goal of today is that you guys learn everything about BA and that you are, able to join a clear run and hopefully get your clear really quickly, maybe even tonight, but we'll see. It's fine as long as we see most of Ozma. I'm going to be happy. And yeah, the level 70 surely is a problem. And yeah, it is easier than the Lubrum Savage Tone said, but that's to be expected. This was, meant for a random group of people in the instance. The way they designed it is so that people kill OVNI and they can randomly go in and form a party, and it's, punishing, but they didn't have this organization in mind. And in Japan, actually, that's the way that they're doing it. They're just going randomly in. But in Europe and the States, it's never really picked up, and people created discords around it. And it's whenever there was like time when discords, at least on Light DC, weren't making any runs, nobody was doing BA. So that was really, it's kind of necessary, I guess, for our like community spirit in Europe, at least. So yeah, we are making it a bit easier with the organization, but it still sometimes takes several runs for anybody to get it clear. DRS is, it's through Party Finder. It's made for pre-made groups, and it's definitely a big upgrade in terms of difficulty. But okay, let's do ready checks, and we're gonna start with the explanations. Please wiggle a bit or jump or something if you didn't type or anything. It's gonna help you not get disconnected. We actually had some people like lost their runs because they got AFK kicked, so please let's not do that. So yeah, I see that most groups are already ready. If you have anybody in your group that isn't ready, that's also fine as long as they're not a first timer. So okay, not sleeping. Magier 2 is okay. Alright, I'm starting with the explanations then, as well as before. If you need German explanations, please jump down to German class. They are starting now. We also have French explanations. I don't think anyone needs them because of the signups, but if somebody does need French explanations, go to French class and I will notice you and I will come and turn them on. But for now, I'm just starting the English ones. Here we go.
AV's main mechanics are all about his stance, which will either be light or dark. When he casts Eidos, he changes this stance, and you can notice it with his bracelets and his general aura. Rule is always go opposite from his color. There are 3 mechanics where he will use this color trick. The first one is when he spawns some puddles around the arena. These puddles will double in size if they share his color, which means if he is light, we run from light puddles and close to dark. Never go inside a puddle as they are about to explode. Just close to the opposite colored puddle. Next, he will do Impact Stream, where he will split the arena into halves, one light and one dark. We simply step into the opposite colored side, and healers also have to treat this as a raid wipe because it still hurts even if we do it correctly. Third mechanic, where colors are important, is called Turbulent Ether. He summons 8 orbs, 4 dark and 4 light, as well as 8 puddles, 4 light and 4 dark. First, you need to check if you have one of these orbs connected with you. Then wait a little bit until you see a conal attack that he does, because you really need to avoid this. Then start moving to the edge of the arena and look for an opposite puddle from your orb. So if you have a light orb, go to dark puddle. You really need to adjust here and look at the other players and how they are moving. When your orb reaches you, it will explode, so you want to stand in a puddle to be safe. Also, be away from the people. In case you explode too soon, you don't want to kill people around you. 8 orbs and 8 puddles means 1 person per puddle, never more. Medusa Javelin is a conal I mentioned. It will petrify you if you get hit with it, so stay close to AV to avoid it more easily. He will also do Meteor, which is a raid wide, and Auroral Wind, which is a conal tank buster, so never stay close to the tank. He will also summon adds on south and north, so we need 2 tank volunteers to pick these up. Adds will explode if they are not killed in time, and there isn't much time to do this. Whenever you see a proximity AoE, AoE will soon appear on its position and cast Impact Stream, so prepare to move quickly into the correct side.
Alright, that was AV explanations. Let me know if you have any questions. Alright, so if there are any questions, but while the German class is lasting, I'm going to answer some of the things that usually create issues, which is about the fantastic orb mechanic in this fight. Basically, AV will cast Turbulent Ether at one point. That will give you potentially an orb connected to you. It will be 4 people with a light orb and 4 people with dark orb. Whenever this mechanic happens, I want you to check your character, wiggle a little bit. Don't run too far, but just wiggle a little bit and see if you have a purple big line connected to an orb. If you do, great, you've noticed it. Just wait for a couple of seconds until the conal mechanic happens. We will have this Medusa Javelin conal happening. That petrifies people if you get hit, so you don't want to get hit by that, especially if you have an orb. So wait for the conal, and then move to a puddle. There will be 4 small dark puddles and 4 small light puddles. So if you have a light orb connected, you go to a dark puddle. If you have a dark orb, you go to a light, so always the opposite. And you need to stand in that little puddle. So that's the only mechanic where you actually need to stand in the little puddle. You're gonna use it as your shield. Stay there until your orb reaches you and explodes in that shield. If you run into your orb somewhere else on the arena, basically that will mean that you do a lot of damage around you and potentially kill a lot of people around you. So it's really welcoming if when you after the Medusa Javelin goes off, you run away to the edge of the arena, and from there you kind of find a puddle you can stand in. 1 person per puddle. Please don't have more people in, because only 1 person can get shielded from 1 puddle. And that's it. I need 2 tank volunteers for the ads. Who knows what I'm talking about?
Can take buff.
I can also
Okay.
take one.
Let's go with the safer route and have Anam. Anam, you take 1, and Alex, you take 2. Okay.
Okay.
Support tank, you have feint, right?
Yes, I do.
Alright, you have feint, so you should apply to AV as soon as we pull, as well as if anybody has Spirit Dart, you can also apply it as soon as we pull, and try to keep these 2 up at all times. You can change your element into ice, and if your refresh healers if your refresh healers still have refresh, you can use it, and then you can swap to whatever else you have brought. We're going to do the ready checks.
Also address to the support group members, if you need shape, please go back so that we can find you easy.
Okay, ready checks are going on. Magia, Logos 1 is ready, Magia 1 is ready, Magia 2 and 3 are ready, support ready, So just the 2 logos groups. Anam, you're taking 1, and Alex is taking 2. Faith is our main tank, so nobody else should have their tank stances on. Or the ads tanks don't have them as well until the ads actually spawn. So that's it. Just make sure that your tank stances are off because we don't want to pull AV back. Alright, logos 2 and 3, are you ready? And sorry if I missed it. Logos 2 ready, and logos 3.
I'm back from jump, sorry.
Alright. Just let me know when you're ready, and that's when I will start the pull timer. So if you have a bravery on you, you can start applying it now. Okay, logos 3 is ready. In that case, countdown starting now, 20 seconds. 15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Lumen break. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. This boss starts with a raid wide, so make sure that you shield the group. You can also use your Eurekan potion, and then the second one you can keep for later, so don't use them on cooldown. This is a raid wide.
Nice.
Okay, now he will do the tutorial mechanic of the big puddles. We need to move away from these. They double in size. And this is just so you see how much they double. After this explodes, go back to AV. We're gonna have to avoid the conal, avoid the Medusa Javelin. Okay, go behind him again. Always go behind him. Whenever he forces you to move out, you always try and go back in after. We're gonna go light, light, light now. Treat this as a raid wide. Light, 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 and a raid wide.
I'm not getting hit.
Alright. This is a tank buster. Never stay close to the tank because of the tank buster, which is a conal. Alright. He will now do the actual mechanic with the puddles. So we're going away from dark, close to light. Oh, we're super safe on where we are. This is a very nice pattern. You can stay close to these light puddles. Alright, go back to him, pop some shields, or use some shields. He will soon do the first turbulent ether.
Now I've got hit.
Okay, so when this goes off, check if you have an orb. Just check, stay in the middle, wait for Medusa Javelin, avoid Medusa Javelin, and now go to the opposite puddle. Light puddles, light orbs to dark puddles, and vice versa. Don't explode in the group. Move away from the main tank,
Slide tackle, no.
Pop spirit if you died. Shields up, there is the double meteor incoming.
Oh, God.
One more meteor. There will be more raid wide, so after this meteor is where you want to use your Eurekan potion. And now we're gonna go into the middle. Into the middle. Stay close to the middle all the time while these are going off. There will be triple impact stream. Go to dark. Stay close to the middle. We're gonna go light, light, light after this. Light, light, light. Stay close to the middle. After this, one more raid wide. There will be another light. After this, pop sprint, and you can run from the middle now. Away from the proximity. After this, go back into the middle. Avoid Medusa Javelin. And then we go behind him again, move away from the main tank. Alright. This will be a raid wide. Now soon he will summon the adds, which will be picked up by our 2 tanks that were assigned. But everybody needs to DPS these down. They have enrage, focus down the adds. Adds. There will be orbs now. Check if you have an orb, wiggle your character. Stay in the middle, wait for Medusa Javelin. Focus the adds, move for Medusa Javelin. Focus the add, resolve your orb. Resolve your orbs. Quickly. Everybody behind the boss, stay away from the main tank. Stay away from the main tank. Once your orb is resolved, go back to the groove. Shields up. You can use your Eurekan potion as well on cooldown. There is a raid wide.
Shit.
We have another puddle mechanic, and it will probably
Kill
die
it.
before we see it.
Oh.
Very nice, very nice. I don't think we have permanent casualties, which is really nice. We had very lucky pattern there. I'm not gonna lie. That was I don't see that very often. All right. So make sure that your tank stances are now off, and congratulations on conditional virtue. That is a rare one.
Wait, where'd you get
It's the
from?
first time I ever saw that kind of a pattern.
Yeah, it's really rare.
I
There
did
could be
over
much worse.
60 runs or so.
Yeah.
Was it
Yes,
perfectly
the chest
split?
was on B marker. You can go back to get your chest, by the way. Sorry. So many people going back. And sorry, I stopped someone from talking. Just go ahead.
I was just wondering if it was perfectly split, because it did seem like a...
Oh.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. That was very nice. I'll check in back in
virtue.
the stream after, but yeah, we had.
No, I only got Eureka fragments.
They can be really shitty, where you basically have to go like across the arena to the farthest spot or something. So we were lucky there, but great. You did a great job, regardless.
People playing pretty
especially
well.
The orbs, guys, very nice. All right, we're going to pull these two. Please don't stun them unless you're our tank who knows what they're doing. Basically, properties of darkness is what needs to be stunned, which they cast really late. So don't stun them before. We don't want them to be immune to the stun, you know. One more ad, and then after that, the doors will open and the scary music will begin, and you should not touch the blue portal on the floor because that will yeet you into the Ozma arena, and you don't want to be there yet. So do not touch the blue portal. Do not touch the blue portal on the floor. You can go close, but don't touch the shiny thing on the floor because that will yeet you to the arena, and you will have to go to corner of shame, and it's bad. It's bad. Party leaders will put down the markers. So yeah, the numbers are going at the back of the arenas. The letters are going
There's
on
the
the right
music.
side. They're all they make sense, hopefully. This will be helping you throughout the explanation, so this should be up now. All right. So
Yeah, but I'm pretty prepared.
this is so don't touch the shiny thing on the floor. We're gonna have to do the Ozma explanations. This is where the fight actually becomes a bit difficult and also punishing. If you die here, you're probably going to end up in Hydatos. If that happens though, please don't leave your group because we still might need a limit break 3 and we lose it if anybody leaves the group, so please don't do that. Hopefully you don't die, and hopefully it goes well today, but we'll see. German explanations to German class, and I'm going to start with the English ones now. If you have any questions during the explanations, please ask them in Yell chat or party chat, and I will answer everything after they go. Okay, let's go. Playing Ozma explanations.
Welcome to the most difficult boss of this dungeon yet, Ozma. Try to pay close attention to the explanations, and at the end, ask if anything is unclear. A mistake here can earn you an early trip to Hydatos, after which you cannot return to the arena. A lot is happening in this fight, but in short, Ozma will be changing through 4 different shapes: orb, cube, pyramid, and star. Each shape has its own way of auto-attacking, its main mechanic that happens once, and the secondary mechanic that happens twice. Each shape also begins with an AoE that you want to avoid in a specific way, which we call a movement mechanic. All of the forms will be explained shortly. First of all, in this fight, it's important to know your group position and role. Magia groups are generally main tank groups, and for Black Hole Mechanic, they will remain on the main arena. Logos groups are off-tank groups, and for Black Hole Mechanic, they will go to the right side on the ring. Tanks. I'll explain the difference between the two roles next. Main tanks need to pay close attention to cooldowns during orb shape and keep to the left side of the platform during the cube shape. Off tanks need to pick up adds anytime they appear, which is after Meteor Mechanic. They also need to soak the two orbs on the right side of their platform at the beginning of the cube phase. Now, let's explain the shapes. The orb shape is the most simple of all, as it only consists out of heavy auto attacks on main tanks, and it will begin with a black hole mechanic every time. For black hole, it is important that every portal is covered by at least one player, or else we all get kicked out. Generally, stick to your group's position, but go to a closest portal if you're too far from your group spot when the mechanic is called out. Next shape is a cube. For movement, we go close to Ozma. Auto attacks in this phase are long lasers that hit the main tanks, so they need to stay away from the group. Off tanks need to soak the orbs on the left side, while the group carefully stays on the main arena and avoids the damage. Holy is a small knockback, and it happens twice during cube phase, so just be aware of the edges of the arena. Next shape is a star. For movement, we go away from Ozma, behind the blue portal. Auto attacks in this phase are shared damage, so we need to all stick together in a group. If you use a gap closer here, you may die because you're not with the group when auto attack hits you. Its primary mechanic is Meteor, that randomly appears on 2 players per arena. Meteors need to be quickly placed on the markers, one at the back and one at the right side of your arena. If you place this proximity too close to the group, it will wipe the whole arena, so always be quick to check if you got the meteor and be mindful where the other player is placing their meteor. If you commit to the same spot, you'll likely end up wiping the raid. The secondary mechanic during Star is a knockback from the blue portals. For this, always listen if you need to get knocked towards Ozma or away from it, and never stand in the blue portal itself, because that way you can't control the direction you're knocked towards. The last possible shape is a pyramid, and that one is a true danger, so please pay close attention to the explanations. Auto attacks in pyramid phase are bleeds that can be baited with a player standing far from Ozma. If we are all stacked, these bleeds will spread and start stacking, which makes healing difficult. So we usually have a healer at the back, baiting this and curing the bleed away from themselves. Its main mechanic is also a meteor, and you handle it the same way as during the Star. Put one at the back and the other on the side, right side, both on the markers. React quickly and don't commit to the same spot as the other person. The mechanic that happens twice is the acceleration bomb, which randomly gets attached to multiple people on each platform. If you get one of these, you need to be completely still. Stand, don't attack, don't cast, don't emote as the timer is going off. The timing here is tricky because of server ticks, so be careful. For the very first acceleration bomb, it's a good idea to stand on the ring and just stay still there, because that way you can't get a meteor as well and don't have to worry about resolving 2 mechanics. If your acceleration bomb explodes, it will take away 100% of HP of everyone around you and likely wipe the whole platform. Ozma Shade is a smaller Ozma that happens occasionally at the back of each main platform, and it simply does a random shape movement mechanic. For this, just listen to the callouts and move to the front, back of the arena, or the sides. And some last tips. Don't use limit breaks unless told to. Don't use mage limit break under any circumstances. Don't fall from the arena because you will die. Don't fall from the arena with the meteor because you will wipe the group. Always focus the adds when they spawn. And ask any questions you may have at this point.
Alrighty, those were the explanations. If you're not scared already, I don't know. Yeah, wiggle a little bit so you don't get kicked. Let's see. German class not back yet, but they should be really soon. Alright. If you haven't seen it, I posted like 3 messages ago in BA chat the acceleration bomb image where you can see how you can actually see it on your debuff list. So yeah, that's gonna be helpful. Right, I will jump down to additionally explain what to do with Acceleration Bomb and Meteor, because these 2 mechanics are usually what is wiping the group, so I hope that extra explanation will help. But yeah, I do assume that many of you have watched the Ozma class and sort of already have the idea of what to do, because I did send them to like every first timer in the message. If you have any questions though, that's still fine. You can ask them in yell chat so I can see them and answer them. For the bleed bait, I will be covering platform 1 and Raya is covering platform 3. I don't know if we have someone for platform 2 yet. That's Logos 2 or Magia 2.
Nothing yet.
Yeah, so if anybody, I'm assuming either Loxy or Kero should do that as the XD more experienced healers. Okay, Loxy will do that. So during Pyramid, everybody else who isn't us 3, so Raya, Loxy, and me, needs to be in front with the group, so you don't accidentally bleed the bait. Bait the bleeds. I can never say this, I swear. So yeah, don't worry about it if it's you know, it's assigned. Yes, you can swap to the other logos now if you have Duelist, Elder, Fiend Hunter. Tanks, you all need to be in Guardian. So I don't want to see any Martialist anymore. Guardian. Magia tanks have your tank stance on immediately. Logos tanks, you don't have your tank stance on, but you need to be in defensive. If you try and soak your orbs in like offensive, even if you have 2 Magicite from like extra 7 in defense, you will still die, trust me. Okay, I'm jumping down to show the other thingy. Don't follow me. So you can come closer, but don't touch the shiny portal. Just make sure that you can see me. I'm in the arena. I will just quickly explain what to do with the acceleration bomb and the meteors. So for the meteors first, they are appearing in pyramid and star shape. I will call them out. They happen only once during those shapes. One of them needs to be, so they are always placed on the markers. One at the back here where the number is, numbered marker, and the other on the side where the letter marker is. They are kind of, hopefully they make sense. If you can see colors fine, they should work. Red is platform 1, yellow is platform 2, and green. Blue is platform 3. If you have trouble with that, they should still make sense as 1A, 2B, 3C. So those are the markers for meteors specifically. How do you choose where you go? You basically, whenever I call out meteors are out, you need to wiggle your character, see if you have it, and kind of scan where the other meteor is. One of you is always closer to one of the positions, right? So if I'm standing here, I'm probably closer to the meteor spot on the right, and I should go there. The other person, if they are standing here, they are closer to the spot on the back, so they should go there. It's as simple as that. Just don't commit to the same spot. This can go to any 2 people. They can be in same group, in different groups, same roles, different roles, it doesn't matter. So you need to kind of decide on the spot, but make sure that you react quickly. When you go to the meteor position, your marker will turn into a proximity. When you see that happen, you have to go back to the group. So that's meteor being placed, you need to move away from the proximity. I've seen people who go place meteor correctly and then stay there in fear that they shouldn't move. You need to move from the proximity, so go back to the group. As for the acceleration bombs, acceleration bomb happens twice during pyramid shape. First at the very beginning, and second a bit later where the Ozma shade is happening. I'm now explaining the first one. So when the pyramid is starting, we are starting here on the ring. And after the AoE goes off, we go back to the arena. Somebody, so me, I will go back here, bait the bleeds, the rest of the group will go in front, and then acceleration bombs will go out. I will say acceleration bombs are out. Check your debuff bar, and you need to individually check your debuff bar. If you have acceleration bomb, move. Well, you shouldn't really be moving at the time when it's going to explode, but you should have a couple of seconds to move back to the ring, to here where we came from. And why I suggest this, because if you're standing on the ring, you cannot get a meteor as well. The meteor will only go to people who are standing on the main platform. So if you have acceleration bomb, that first one, I highly suggest you just come back here and you deselect the boss. You don't auto attack, you don't attack, you don't move, you don't emote, you don't do anything. Just take, misclick Ozma, deselect Ozma, I mean, and just stay there until your timer goes off. You hear a little explosion, and then you are back, and then you can go back to the group. If you stay on the main platform, you're doing nothing really wrong, but you're risking getting meteor as well in this phase. And also move a little bit so you don't get auto-kicked. So yeah, you're risking getting a meteor. If you get both mechanics, you can still do it, but don't... I don't know, you might panic because they have different 2 timers. Meteor should take priority as if you get both, but I highly recommend that you just stand on the ring and you will not have to deal with this. If you do get both, please resolve meteor first. In the worst case scenario, you will put the meteor in the correct spot and explode away from the group and sacrifice only one person, and you will be put in a priority list because I will love you for not wiping the group. Yes, so just not in Legacy, it doesn't Legacy, but yeah, any camera movement that physically moves your character. So any movement, that's it. Okay, so for the other acceleration bomb, there aren't any meteors, so you don't have to worry about that. There will only be Ozma Shade, so I will say if Ozma Shade is, for example, a cube, we all have to go to the back of the arena. You go to the back of the arena, then your acceleration bomb will be going off, and if you have acceleration bomb, just stay here at the back of the arena and resolve it by not moving, not touching anything, and whatever. Does that make sense? If it's not clear to anybody, please let me know. Yeah, acceleration bombs. Okay, good. I know that acceleration bombs are kind of common in other content as well, but here, if you explode, you are doing 100% of your own HP to everyone around you. So you will definitely kill yourself, and you will likely kill other people around you. If not kill them, then almost kill them, and because there is a stack marker happening right after, that will finish us off. So you don't want to blow up your acceleration bomb. That's why I put so much emphasis on this mechanic. It's your personal responsibility. I cannot call out 6, 7, 8 people who get this. So I just have to trust you that you will notice it and that you will not be attacking, moving, or doing anything. No pressure, yeah. But yeah, Shade is before main Ozma, yes. I will be... for acceleration bomb, only for the very first one, I highly recommend, so when the pyramid starts, if you have acceleration bomb, I highly recommend you stay here on the side, just anywhere on the ring, and resolve it here. For the second one in the phase, you just go wherever the Ozma Shade safe spot is. So we will have to move either to the side or to the back or to the front. So you go there and then the select Ozma. Stop moving, stop casting. There isn't any single spot where you have to stand. It's just basically whenever you see those 3, the timer up on your head, like 3, 2, 1, and then it blows up. This is where you want to be definitely standing. Because of the server ticks and stuff, the bomb can go off a little bit earlier or even a second later, so you want to just make sure that you're standing. Even if your timer is 12 seconds, I highly recommend that you stay all that time just so you're absolutely sure, play it safe. This fight doesn't have a high DPS check, and our DPS was fine until now. The only thing that can wipe us here is if, a meteor acceleration bomb or something else kills a lot of people. So let's not do that. Okay. Yeah, background music is a bit scary. You can use slash BGN 0 or something if you want to. All right, let's go. Let's go with ready checks. Party leaders, check that your tanks have guardians up. Magio tanks, you need to have your tank stands up now. Everybody needs to be in earth element except for all the tanks who need to be in lightning element. If you're a blue DPS, you can be in earth element. You're acting like a DPS. If your tank dies, you can, as a blue DPS, help by going in defensive if you want to, and you're quick enough to react sometimes. But don't worry about it, you're a DPS here mainly. Alright, Logos 2, let me know when you're ready. That's gonna be everybody. Yeah, if you have any food, raid food, now is the perfect time to pop it. So earth element for everybody. And except for the main tanks who are in lightning. Yep. Okay, let's start jumping down. Please do not fall off the arena, so don't go close to the edges of the arena. If you fall off, you will die. Also, don't go too close to Ozma. Just go to your logos. Go to your black hole portal to confirm that you know where you need to go when the black hole mechanic starts. By the way, for black hole mechanic, if you die and find yourself in a weird spot and you're not sure where to go, just go to any portal. You want to be in a portal for the black hole mechanic. If you're trying to get to your portal, you're probably gonna get kicked out, so don't worry about that too much. If everything is okay, go to your portal. If you are confused, go to any portal for black hole, okay? Alright,
Yeah.
one last round of ready checks. Yep.
Do we have bleed pit for platform 2?
Yes, it was Loxy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Alright, you can start applying braveries if you have any. And I see groups 1 are ready. Support your staying, by the way, on platform 1. If you're needed elsewhere, I will call out that you need to go to platform 2 or platform 3. You don't have to move before the black hole, though. I highly suggest, if you have to move, that you wait for black hole mechanic and then you move to the correct platform, if movement is necessary. Party leaders can call support for in crossword link shell or in voice chat. All right. Groups 1 are ready, support ready, Magio 2 ready, Logos 2 ready. Just waiting for Magio 3 and Logos 2, and then we are pulling, well, up in countdown at least. Also, I'll put this up here. Okay, Logos 2, Magio 3, are you ready?
Logos is ready.
Alright. In that case,
Go.
seconds. 15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, limit break, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Alright, in this phase, main tanks are taking a lot of damage, so please make sure to keep an eye on them. Our first mechanic is going to be a star, so we're going to move behind the blue portal when Ozma starts changing. Move behind the blue portal, For this entire phase, we're gonna stay together as a group. So we stay together as a group, don't use gap closers, go towards Ozma and stay together as a group. We are taking joint damage. When you see knockback happening from the blue portal, get knocked to the front. Don't stay in the blue portal, stay close to it, so you get knocked to the front. Get knocked to the front. Get knocked to the front. You have to be very close to the
Oh
blue
no!
portal.
Someone died.
If you died and procced, pop remembered and go back to the group. Alright, next mechanic will be black hole. Black hole, go to black hole portal, or any closest black hole portal if you got raised on a wrong arena. You will always get raised on Arena 1, by the way, if you fall from regardless of what arena. So, okay, we will have a single Ozma Shade now. If it's a pyramid, main tanks, please stay on the main arena last. Everybody else will move back of the arena, everybody. Back of the arena, everybody. Back of the arena. Stay back. Alright, let's go to the front. Main tanks are taking a lot of damage. Make sure that you heal them. We will have double movement. First will be Ozma Shade and then main Ozma. Okay, Ozma Shade is a pyramid. Go to the side, and then after this we will go to the front. So side and then front. Logos tanks prepare for soaking orbs after. Go to the front. Logos tanks pop cooldowns. And go to the side now. Soak the orbs. Everybody else stay close to Ozma. Nobody else go to the side. Only the off tank. Only the off tank. Stay close to Ozma. There is a small holy knockback. Be wary of the edges. Okay, stay close to the group. Main tanks in this phase all the time stay to the left side. You don't want to laser anybody. We're gonna have another Ozma Shade soon, together with that small holy knockback. It's not a big knockback, so don't worry about it, but just don't go too far at the back because you don't want to get knocked off the arena. Alright, Ozma Shade is up. We're gonna go back of the arena, Stay back of the arena. And when you get knocked back, stay here, stay. Alright, now go to the front, main tanks go to the left again. Now we're gonna have black hole mechanic soon. Black hole, go to a black hole position. If you died and procced, please pop remembered. Okay, go back to the main arena. We're gonna have another double movement. Alright. We are going to the front. Stay to the front, and then after that we are going to the back of the arena. Front and then behind the blue portal. So front and then behind the blue portal, For this phase, same as before, stay together as a group. Get meteors back and right. When you see knockback, you want to get knocked to the front. Get knocked to the front after the meteor damage. Get knocked to the front. Off tanks, please pick up the adds.
Who's dead?
Tanks, pick up the adds. One to the back and one to the right. Everybody focus down the adds. They have enraged. They need to die really, really quickly. Focus down the adds. Adds are our priority. Okay, there will be a knockback again. We're gonna get knocked to the back of the arena. When you get knocked, stay there. Stay for a few seconds. Okay, stay. And now go to the front again. Stay as a group. This is again splashing damage. We're gonna have a black hole next. Go to your black hole portal. If you get knocked, please stay in your group. You will have double movement. First, we are staying in the front, and then we're probably going to the sides. Yes, we will be going to the sides. So front and then side. Side. There will be baiting the blades after this for those 3 players. Everybody else go to the front. Acceleration bombs are out now. Check your debuff bar, and you have to stop moving, stop casting, stop auto-attacking, stop anything if you have one. Meteors will go back as well. Okay, meteors back and right. On the markers. Place them when you see proximity. Everybody go to the group. Soak the damage. Okay, pick up the adds. After this, bleeds as well go off. Focus down the adds. There will be some movement. We need to go to the front. Go to the front. Stay at the front if you are already there. Acceleration bombs are out. Check your debuff bar. Deselect Ozma if you have it. Stop moving. Stop casting. Few more bleeds, and then we will have. Stay at the front. Stay at the front. Okay, 3 more bleeds, and then we have black hole. I love how people are following me. Sorry, I'm just waiting the bleeds. Let's go for black hole portal. Black hole portal.
How'd you kill it?
Good job so far. One last shape. Melee limit break now if you have it. If you don't, then never mind. We will have double movement again. We are going to the side, side, and then to the front. So it's Logos tank's job again. So side first, and then front. Logos tanks pop your cooldowns, and Logos tanks go soak the orbs. Nobody else go to the side, only the tank. Everybody stack together, and there will be a small holy knockback, same as before. Good old cube shape for this, for the end. We're gonna have another Ozma Shade soon with the small holy knockback.
Oh my
Focus
god, we actually
slows
killed it.
down. We need to make sure that it dies before the next black hole. Give
Come
it
on.
all. Give it your all.
Nice, we did it. Cool.
And that's it.
Nice.
Nice
Congratulations.
job.
Congrats.
Congrats.
That felt kind of dirty. How
Nice job. Very, very, very nice. Oh.
that was kind of.
I am absolutely baffled by how well you guys did. We had 42 players here out of 56 without a clear. That was amazing. So many cutscenes. Before you leave, there is a
Yeah.
massive chest on platform 1. Don't forget to
It's-
take it. You can also jump
it's
off the arena now, you
carried.
won't die.
Oh, chests. I love chests. Alright. See ya. No.
Alright.
Nice turboing. Yahoo!